Hello, welcome to Tedder Talks, a once-a-month look at issues and topics important to residents of Boulder City. I'm City Manager Taylour Tedder, and I'd like to take a few minutes to look back at 2022. I'm very impressed by the work being done to keep our city's services, programs, and operations running smoothly. In our Administrative Services Department, the Director, Bryce Bolt, manages 3 different divisions. In 2022, the airport saw progress with the Air Traffic Control Tower project. We remade the application because it expired due to COVID. Unfortunately, the FAA did not have a mechanism to extend the application, so we did resubmit that. The airport also saw a very necessary safety upgrade to the airport airfield lighting, making it safer for people coming and going during the evening hours. And also at the airport, we maintained full occupancy with the hangar rentals. Moving on to the second division of Administrative Services, the Information Technology Division, we completed a SharePoint deployment, which really provides greater collaboration, mobility, and flexibility for our employees, and it's reducing our data costs. We also upgraded our core infrastructure, which included new storage area network, new servers, a new backup, data appliances at no additional cost to Boulder City. Administrative Services also accomplished scanning years of old files to reduce storage needs. We complied with legal obligations, including the Family Medical Leave Act, Americans with Disabilities Act, Workers' Compensation, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and federal and state reporting. City Clerk Tammy McKay and staff had a busy year. They managed the primary election and general election, and implementing an electronic public meeting agenda management system to streamline and standardize the agenda, minutes, and video processes to allow for greater transparency. Judge Victor Miller and his municipal court staff saw many changes due to Nevada revised statutes. They implemented pretrial release hearings, which by law must be held within 48 hours of arrest, and created policies and procedures for handling of traffic citations, changing lower-level misdemeanor traffic to now be considered civil infractions. Police Chief Tim Shea reports that the Boulder City Police Department sustained critical staffing levels with both recruiting new personnel and retention of tenured personnel during a time where public safety's really struggled to recruit. And they also maintain an exceptionally low level of criminal victimization activity, even as these have been rising across the country. Boulder City Fire Department Chief Will Gray and his staff launched the Business Community AED CPR program and hosted a successful Commission for Fire Accreditation International peer team site visit. After 2 years of hard work, the department will learn in March if it receives the final approval. I'm very hopeful, and it's a very exciting process to be a part of. Public Works also welcomed a new director, Jamie Carreri, last year. The department completed the multi-million-dollar Hemingway watershed system improvements. This flood control project was finished over the span of 6 years, and it received $6.7 million in project reimbursements with partner agencies. Utilities Department, Joe Stubitz, in his first year, has done quite a bit with his incredible staff. They completed the BC Tap to Buchanan Overhead Line project, adding redundancy and resilience to our electrical distribution system with the 69 kV loop, and updated the Water Conservation Code, which helped Boulder City save 12% of water consumption from 2021 to 2022. Really looking forward to furthering those efforts. The Communications Division added a full-time web editor and graphic designer to expand the city's digital and video offerings, and grew social media platforms and added Nextdoor as another place where residents can find city information. Our Parks and Recreation Department continues to shine under the leadership of Roger Hall, as staff has implemented a new online registration system, making it easier to sign up for activities, and celebrated golf course successes with positive revenue at both courses. Michael Mays and his staff in community development utilized building permit efficiencies and new technology to reduce the building permit review times, and they also completed several of the city's strategic plan goals, economic development plan goals, and historic preservation plan action items. The Finance Department continues to do great work under the leadership of Acting Director Angela Manninen. They swept the GFOA awards, earning the Triple Crown Award, which very few municipalities win, and published a digital budget book, including the Capital Improvement Plan, which increases city's financial transparency. And finally, with my office, one of the favorite things that we did this last year, we surveyed the community. We asked where $21.7 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds should be invested in the community. Water conservation and funding our local human service organizations were top priorities. I also oversaw projects to bring City Hall closer to compliance with the American Disabilities Act, such as widening the North Entry Corridor and the Council Chamber dais for wheelchair accessibilities for people of all ages and abilities. The chamber was outfitted with a hearing loop, which can feed meeting audio directly into a hearing device. Plans are also underway to make the building even more accessible for people of all ages and abilities. I want to thank the residents of Boulder City in supporting our efforts and thank the city employees for doing great work to keep our city safe, clean, and running well. We'll see you next month with the next Tedder Talks. Thanks for tuning in.